They will not warn you before they betray you. They will smile, shake your hand, and wait for the right moment to strike. And as soon as you appear vulnerable, they will attack. In this world, perception is more dangerous than reality. It is not necessary to break someone to destroy them. It is enough to appear fragile. Machiavelli survived not through strength, but by seeming untouchable. If you want power, you need to understand this. Never show weakness in front of wolves. Even if you are dying inside, make them believe that you are ready to kill. They attack not because you are weak, but because you look weak. Machiavelli did not warn about horns. He warned about softness. To become untouchable, you must first destroy the illusion of vulnerability. The world does not care how much you suffer. What matters is how you present yourself. You may be bleeding inside, but if they notice, they will take advantage. Machiavelli said that everyone sees how you appear. Very few know who you really are. This means that perception is everything. You need to master the image of strength. Even when everything is falling apart inside, never show your struggle in public. Do not cry on social media. Do not complain to those who do not need to know. Suffer in silence, because every time you show weakness, someone is watching and counting. Speak less, observe more. The more you talk, the more weapons you give to your enemies. If no one knows what you are thinking, they fear what you might do. Unpredictability is power. Silence is strategy. Machiavelli believed that those who survive are not necessarily the strongest, but those who are impossible to read. Remove emotions from your decision-making. Emotional people are easily trapped. They make hasty decisions, apologize, and then regret their actions, but not you. Your goal is to replace the question, "How do I feel?" with "What does this achieve?" Kindness will protect you, but strategy will prevail. Let go of the desire to be loved. If you focus on approval, you can easily be manipulated. Machiavelli said it is better to be feared than loved. If you cannot be both, make people respect your presence. They will crave your attention. When they fear disappointing you, they will obey. When they love too much, they will use you. And finally, cut off those who want too much access. Access is control. The more people can reach you, the more they study your habits, emotions, and weaknesses. Control access like a fortress controls its gates. Be friendly, but at a distance. Be present, but remain elusive. Let them see your shadow more often than your face. The untouchables do not put themselves on display. They are legends. The illusion of vulnerability is an invitation for others to destroy you. If they believe you can be hurt, they will try. But if you shatter that illusion, if you become a mirror they cannot read, an enigma they cannot predict, they will think twice. And that is enough for victory. Power is not truth. It is perception. Machiavelli understood that people are too lazy to look beneath the surface. Therefore, it is the surface that must be managed. If you want to be invulnerable, you must master the art of creating your image for others. Your reality does not matter. What is important is only what they perceive as real. Control how they see you, and you will be able to control their attitude toward you. Most people reveal themselves. They talk too much, explain themselves, defend their actions, seeking validation. This is a weakness. You owe no one the truth about yourself. You must give yourself an advantage. Start crafting your identity as a weapon. Let them see you only as you wish. If you want to be respected, present yourself as cold and competent. If you want to be feared, let your silence be felt as a threat. Every movement, every word, every expression must serve a specific purpose. Reveal nothing unnecessary. Your strength lies in remaining enigmatic. Once you are deciphered, they will begin to study your weaknesses, test your limits, and challenge your resilience. Never show the full picture. Always leave something unknown. Let them speculate, let them doubt. Let them whisper about what you might do next. Fear grows in silence and uncertainty. Machiavelli warned that people are more easily manipulated by external appearances than by facts. Use this to your advantage. If you are struggling, appear calm. If you are uncertain, act decisively. If you plan together, smile like a friend, but master the art of deception. Not to harm others, but to prevent them from harming you. In a world where perception defines status, reality becomes irrelevant. You can be strong and still be the subject of ridicule if your image is weak. And you can be empty inside, yet instill fear like a deity if your image is ruthless. Invulnerable people do not ask to be seen as they truly are. They create an image that cannot be disputed. They project their persona as a shield that reflects elimination, not despair. Your posture, your words, your presence, everything must be intentional. There is no room for randomness. From now on, you must understand that every action carries a message. Therefore, choose each signal wisely. When you enter a room, enter as a threat. When you speak, speak as an inevitability. When you remain silent, let your silence burn like a warning. You are no longer just a person. You are a presence. And it is this presence that makes people waver. In perception, it is a leash or a sword. Hold it, and you will not be touched. Lose control, and you become a target for all. Build your image like a fortress. Conceal your weaknesses with silence. Hide your intentions behind confidence. And ensure that every version of yourself they see instills enough fear in them to never check the reality. Loyalty is a beautiful word, until you realize that it is used to control you. Machiavelli knew that loyalty is rarely pure. It is transactional. The loyal remain loyal to their own interests, not to you. The moment your value declines, their loyalty disappears. If you want to be invulnerable, rid yourself of the illusion that loyalty protects you. It does not. Power protects you. Stop building emotional connections and start creating levers of influence. It is these that keep people in line everywhere. If someone respects you only because they like you, they will betray you as soon as they stop thinking that way. But if you are respected out of necessity or fear of consequences, then they will remain loyal, even if they dislike you. This is a truth that no one wants to acknowledge. Power compels people to behave correctly. Do not be deceived by kind words or long friendships. Many are simply waiting for the right moment to benefit from your downfall. Therefore, stay 10 steps ahead. Control what others need. Make yourself indispensable or dangerous. You must be the one holding the rope, not the one hanging from it, trusting others not to let go. Like a wolf who does not trust loyalty but trusts the dynamics of power, keeping people close while always remaining in a position of advantage. He gave just enough for them to depend on him, but never became dependent on them. If someone does you a favor, Repay it with strength, not weakness. Never demean yourself or be in significant debt. Always maintain the ability to walk away, for the one who can leave controls the situation. Any attachment is a strategic flaw. You can love people, but never let love blind you. Be observant. The most dangerous people are not enemies. They are those who pretend to be allies, waiting for you to let your guard down. The invulnerable form alliances, not friendships. They understand that even the strongest bonds can be shattered by ambition, envy, or fear, so they prepare. They do not make promises they cannot break. They do not believe in eternity. They believe in timing, control, and options, and this approach makes them unbeatable. Loyalty is a weakness if it is blind. Let others swear their loyalty. Let them say they will never betray you. Do not smile. Instead, prepare for the day they do, because when that day comes, you will not be begging. You will not be crying. You will already have a replacement ready. You will already be one step ahead, and that is what makes you invulnerable. It is not those who are loyal to you, but how well you have secured your position, even if they are not loyal. Indecision is a luxury that the strong cannot afford. Emotions are weapons that enemies want you to wield, because the moment you start feeling, you stop thinking. Machiavelli understood this long before psychology gave it a name. He did not romanticize relationships. He approached them strategically. He did not act out of kindness, but out of necessity. This is how the invulnerable rise. They strike only when the blow guarantees control. If you allow kindness to lead you, you will miss your mark. If you push too far, you will be exposed. But if you distance yourself, become cold, surgically precise and calculating, each step will bring you closer to dominance. The invulnerable, the heartless, they are focused. You must learn to manage your emotions, not suppress them completely, but use them as tools. Let your anger fuel your preparation, not your outbursts. Let betrayal inspire silence and strategy, not tears or threats. The enemy must not know how deeply they have affected you. If they believe they have shaken you, they have already won. But if they strike and you do not flinch, if you respond with cold precision, they will begin to doubt their own strength. Those doubts will become your weapon. You must become someone who can smile at the enemy while contemplating how to crush them behind closed doors. Not because you revel in cruelty, but because mercy is not for those who seek to destroy you. When you strike, do so in a way that leaves no chance for retaliation. Half measures are an invitation to future wars. When the time comes to act, do not ask questions. Do not warn. Eliminate the threat. Burn the bridge. Remove peace from the board. Your enemies must fear what you can do, not hope for forgiveness. This does not mean public violence. It means psychological dominance, economic destruction, social isolation, the annihilation of reputation, silencing their voice, destroying their influence, making it impossible for them to rise again without crawling. This is not cruelty. This is survival in a world where weakness invites slaughter. The unyielding do not play by the rules. They play to finish the game. If someone tries to sabotage you, destroy the hand that does it. If they attempt to silence you, make the truth louder and uglier for them. If they try to steal your opportunity, take everything they hoped for and crush it with your progress. It is not about pettiness. It is about finality. Emotional people flail from side to side, unsure if they are doing the right thing. The unyielding do not flinch. They know that if the enemy is not neutralized, they will return stronger. Therefore, they eliminate that possibility. Machiavelli said that a ruler must be able to be both a beast and a man. The beast bears the blow without fear. The man calculates when and where to strike. Together, they create the perfect weapon, a mind that plans and a presence that dominates. This is who you must become. Calm, cold-blooded, lethal. Never act in the heat of the moment. Wait, observe, plan. Then act without emotion, without drama, only results. Those who play the victim will try to evoke guilt in you. Do not fall for it. Guilt is a tactic to disarm you. Your only obligation is your position. If they wanted mercy, they should not have started a war. If they regret their actions, let that regret eat them from the inside. You do not exist to rectify their conscience. You exist to maintain your superiority. This is not arrogance. It is self-preservation. Do not explain your actions. Do not announce your strategy. Act in silence. The best strikes are those that come without warning and leave no traces. When you act, do so completely, without emotions, with precision, and then leave as if nothing happened, letting the world wonder how everything fell apart. Let your enemies sit in the silence of your consequences. That silence is louder than any shout. The untouchable do not seek approval for their decisions. They do not justify themselves. They do not defend themselves. They do not complain. They eliminate problems and move forward. This is strategy, not servitude to emotions. You do not cling to outcomes. You do not chase revenge for satisfaction. You strive for victory to solidify power. And every act of retribution is merely a move in a larger game. If this game ends with your enemy being powerless, your reputation untouchable, and your mind clear, you have won. And you did it without breaking, without bending, without letting them know how close they were to touching your throne. They tried, they failed, because while they played with feelings, you won seriously. To become untouchable, one must disappear into the shadows. Power is safest when it is not visible. The most dangerous person in the room is not the one who speaks the loudest or stands in the spotlight. It is the one who silently observes, controlling everything around without a single word. Machiavelli understood this. Once they know you are in power, they begin to plan how to take it from you. But if you operate from the shadows, they do not even know whom to attack. Visibility breeds vulnerability. Attention provokes sabotage. Influence without notoriety is invincibility. Your strength should not be displayed. It should raise suspicion. They should whisper but never confirm. The untouchable understand that the more people watch you, the more they prepare for your downfall. But when you are hidden, you cannot be struck. You are the wind, not the storm. A hand behind the throne, not a face on the banner. The key to absolute power is control without recognition. Let others wear the crown while you own the kingdom. Let them fight for titles and applause while you quietly direct the outcomes. This is how you remain undefeated. Learn to be everywhere and nowhere at once, influencing people without a name. Manage situations without becoming attached to them. See battles without showing your presence. Let others think they are in control. Feed their egos. Let them believe they lead while you shape the path. The more they believe in their independence, the more they unwittingly serve your interests. This is not manipulation. This is mastery. And mastery is the mark of the untouchable. Stop proving your worth. Stop demonstrating your strength. The most powerful moves are those that no one sees. Your enemy cannot block a strike they do not know about. When you are invisible, you are unpredictable. When you are unpredictable, you are unstoppable. Silence is your weapon. Mystery is your shield. Influence and walls create an environment where people trust you more. Because you do not threaten their ego, they will trust you. They will rely on you, unaware that every step they take is one you have planned for them. Once people start watching you too closely, you become vulnerable. Your patterns become readable. Your image becomes a target. Therefore, step back. Relinquish the need to be seen, praised, or approved. Your essence should remain in the shadows. Your intentions should be a mystery. The more unpredictable you become, the more chaos you create among your enemies. They begin to guess, and those guesses lead to mistakes. They will chase phantoms while you remain calm, controlling the situation. The untouchables do not just win. They drive others to madness trying to understand how it happens. You are not here to impress. You are here to control. Let others bask in the rays of glory. Let them burn under its heat. You remain in the shadows, cool and calculating. When others rise too quickly and brightly, they attract attention, but you remain invisible. You create a foundation that no one can shake. Let your name be forgotten. Let your face remain unknown. But let your influence be undeniable. Let every victory be attributed to someone else. As long as you control the game, be the strategist who never reveals all of his cards. Be the master who never shows his entire arsenal. Appear weak when you are strong. Appear indifferent when you are involved. They will underestimate you until it is too late. This is how you achieve superiority. While Machiavelli wrote that it is better to be feared than loved, it is better to be neither and yet control both states.